Greetings. My name is Ra Imhotep, broadcasting on behalf of 13signsastrology.com. In this video, I'm going to go into how I met my guides, my life guides that help to guide me onto my life path and journey that I'm currently embarking on. I met my guides back in, officially back in 2007. My guides came into my life. And when they first came into my life, I didn't listen to the things that they taught me and the things that they told me to do. So I suffered, and I suffered hell. Right after that, like right after my guides came into my life, I suffered, beloveds. I suffered after 2008. I went into my Saturn return. Basically what your Saturn return is, it's an astrological term dealing with Saturn coming back full swing 360 degrees within your chart. Saturn starts out in one place in your chart and it returns in that same place when you turn around 29 years old. Between 28 and 29 years old, that's when you begin your Saturn return. And my guides came into my life right before my Saturn return. And if I had listened to them and the things that they told me to do, I wouldn't have suffered hell in my Saturn return. My Saturn return would have been very fruitful for me and abundant. But it was the lesson that I needed at the time because I was stubborn. Prior to that, my guides coming in my life, I came out of a school of religion, whereas I believed that pretty much my destiny was out of my hands and, you know, it was all in God's hands. And I basically just relied on factors that were outside of myself because I realized as me, as I was involved in the doctrine of religion, I always depended on and relied on exterior factors. In the name of God, though, that was the crazy part. I mean, and I'm speaking for myself. I'm not talking about anybody else. I mean, some people that are in religion, they probably didn't experience this, but I'm speaking from my own life. And it was like I believed in a God that was outside of myself, so that caused me to live a life of depending on exterior factors that were outside of my own control in my own life. For instance, I would put my faith into people outside of myself, and I believed in those people, and when those people failed me, then I would take up what's called like a victim mentality and a victim complex. So I began to feel like the victim because I put my faith into these people, you know what I'm saying, and they didn't make good on what they said that they was gonna do for me, or it didn't go the right way, and it's all their fault. It's all their fault. Like I was a good person to these people, and I put my faith in these people, and it didn't work out for me. So I found out that all of that was based on my religious thinking. So when my guides came into my life, they told me to become more independent and to rely on myself and stop putting my faith in people. I mean, they taught me a lot of things, but that was one of the main things that they taught me, was to stop relying on exterior factors, looking outside of self. And they also taught me the information as regards to like everything that was happening on the outside of me was basically things that I manifested or things that I consented to in my mind first. So I kind of consented to all of the exterior factors and events that was taking place in my life at the time. I was going through a divorce, and I was blaming, you know, my spouse at the time for all of my problems, which was really just ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like looking back on it now, I know it was very ignorant, and I know now that it was all me. Like anything that happens to me, it was all upon my consent. I don't care what it is, anything that happens to me. And that's my mentality now. Like I fully embrace that now, and life has become much better for me. I mean, it's amazing. Like once you let your guides in and you listen to them, it's not just about letting them in, but if you listen to them, they'll definitely teach you about your impediments. And I met my guides through a process of meditation and a process of working with crystals and meditation. And this is a quartz crystal. Probably can't see it, but this quartz crystal, coupled with some other crystals, see if I can put it here. This is amethyst. These two crystals right here, beloved, quartz and amethyst, deep. Just don't realize how much information I learned from these two crystals. And these two crystals were responsible for me meeting my guides and allowing my guides to come into my life. They came through those crystals, believe it or not, and that's what I'm here to basically let the listening audience know, is that working with crystals is a very deep experience. I mean, you just don't understand. Like, you communicate with the spiritual realm. It's so clear, and they'll just teach you a lot of information that you cannot learn here in this three-dimensional situational matrix that we're in right now. When you begin to work with these crystals and do them properly and in the right way, because that's the key. You have to learn how to work with crystals in the right way. You'll begin to actually have so many higher communications, beloved. I mean, it's just amazing, mind-blowing. And I mean, I don't care if you're addicted to drugs. I mean, because I've been through all of that. I don't care if you're addicted to drugs or whatever you're addicted to. If you start working with these crystals, you won't have no need to be addicted to any drugs anymore. I mean, like, with these crystals, I don't need marijuana. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not against marijuana. I mean, you can kind of like smoke marijuana from time to time, and it'll open up different aspects of your brain. It'll take you into different aspects of your mind that normally you might not have been able to get into without the drug. But there's actually other methods to do that as well, and that's what I've learned. My guys have taught me so much, from just like to the point where I don't need that, and I can like actually get into those parts of my brain for free, beloved. Absolutely for free. Because I mean, I don't know if you're the same way, but if you are out there, anybody out there that's smoking marijuana, you're probably spending a lot of money on marijuana. You're spending a lot of money on marijuana, and it's not really getting you to the point where you can sustain that state. You have to constantly keep smoking it to get back to that same state. And really, with these crystals, if you work with them correctly and meditate with them correctly, you'll stay on that divine plane forever. I mean, it's like a cloud nine. You'll stay on that cloud nine forever. I mean, for as long as you work with them. And eventually, you won't even need the crystals. I mean, it's not like I'm walking around here like I'm addicted to crystals, because there's no addiction to crystals. I mean, you let the energies of the crystals into your life, and they repair certain chakras that might not have been working properly. And once your third eye is open, beloved, I mean, you won't even need to work with the crystals as much. But starting out, I mean, crystals are beautiful. There's nothing wrong with working with them. I mean, if you want to work with them for however long you want to, and for basically like for sustained periods of time, I mean, if you want to do that, that's totally up to you. I mean, because there's nothing wrong with working with crystals. And like I said, it never goes away. It's not like cocaine, or it's not like marijuana, where marijuana goes away. I mean, you eventually use it up. You have to go and re-up and get more. Whereas this crystal, all you do is clean it periodically, and the energy will just vibrate for you, and it'll change your life. It's amazing. I mean, I've been through so much, but my guides came in my life based on the fact that I began to work with these crystals and meditate, and I learned how to work with them a certain kind of way. And once you learn how to work with crystals a certain kind of way, it will really change your life. And like what I mean by a certain kind of way is that, I mean, it's one thing to just walk around with the crystals in your pocket, but then it's another thing to learn how to create energy based on putting together different crystals and creating, I guess, like creating different amounts of energy and different types of energy. That's a better way of putting it. Creating different types of energy based on the compilation of different crystals that you might combine and put together. Here's another one. This is great for abundance and wealth. When you do your abundance and wealth rituals, this is a great crystal. And I use crystals in all of my rituals. If you go to my website, which is www.13signsastrology.com, you go to my website, I teach you in my different rituals on which crystals to get to manifest whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. And I use the astrology and I couple it together with the crystals. And it'll create an experience for you that's just unlike anything that I've ever encountered in my lifetime. And I mean, it's helped me to transform my life into this divine experience. I mean, and it also, I mean, it invites the deities in, certain deities that you might not have known of. They'll introduce themselves to you all through these crystals, and you're working with these crystals. So, I mean, if you haven't met your guides, I mean, I really suggest that you begin to meditate and get into yourself, even if you don't order a ritual from me as far as a meditation ritual. I do guided meditations for those that really need help and want to learn my meditation techniques and how I did certain things. But if you want to just do this on your own, I mean, just learn how to meditate. Go within yourself. Go to the crystal shop and begin to experiment and just buy certain crystals and begin to work with them and use your imagination and your intuition to teach you. But there are advanced methods of working with crystals that I definitely get into, and I can provide this information for you. And I didn't learn this information in a book. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about these crystals. I didn't learn this information in a book. I actually just, from working with the crystals, they taught me about them. The crystals actually taught me about them and how to work with them. I mean, it all came from the divine, beloved. It really all came from the divine. And I get many people talking to me about the Illuminati and the illuminating. The Illuminati, I'm going to go because this is definitely in reference to the crystal. The Illuminati is dealing with the enlightened one who is enlightened. So, I mean, I'm definitely a member of the Illuminati based on me working with crystals and inviting the enlightenment into my life. And that's what it comes down to. I mean, all of this spookism, these symbols, and people getting all scared and stuff, you're just scared for no reason, beloved, because really, you can learn how to manifest anything that you want and need from just working with these crystals. And people will think you are part of some secret society or some secret order, but you really are part of a secret order. The secret order of your guides coming to you. One thing I'll say before I close this video out about your guides is that they operate off of a system of free will, which means that you have to summons your guides in order for them to come into your life. They will not come into your life. Your angels, like these are your angels. That's what guides are. And they will not come into your life if you don't ask them to come into your life. Many of us are religious, and we believe that if we're not calling on anything outside of God, then it's idol worship or something like that. But no, you were assigned the guardian angels. When you were born, the Most High gave you guardian angels to protect you and watch over you. Because if you know anything about the system of the Most High, he's above this plane of this earth, this matrix. And I don't mean to call him a he, because actually the Most High is a genderless entity. It's a he and a she, and it's really dominantly a she, and then it emerges into a he at different states. But the Most High is a genderless entity, and it's not concerned with the affairs going on down here in this polarity. And this is when you get into the Kabbalah. If you get into the Kabbalah, you'll understand that a lot more. But the Most High is not concerned with you know, some of the things that we're going through here, as far as like trying to make money and to manifest certain things in the matrix and these experiences. We came here as like fallen angels, and we fell to this plane to experience certain things. And the Most High is just waiting for us to get to the point where we ascend high enough to come back into the bosom of the Most High, where we don't want to experience anything. We want to just remain in the infinite perpetual bliss of the Most High. And that's what it's all about. So, but while we're here, I mean, we try to manifest certain things, and I'm not against that, because the Matrix is a play and a movie, as I've said before. And you were put here to manifest certain things. Like, you were put here to experience certain things. And some of us came here to experience the life of, I mean, this is like a movie, so some of us came here to experience the life of a politician. Some of us came here to experience the life of an entertainer or a musician. This is just things that we came here to experience. Some of us came here to experience the life of poverty. But that don't mean you have to stay like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing about this matrix is beautiful because you create your own reality here. So your thoughts become whatever you want them to. Your thoughts become actual physical entities and come into your life based on the way that you think. So your thoughts become things. I mean, that's the way that they put it. Your thoughts become material things. So you have to learn how to work with your thought and channel your thoughts from the divine if you want to change your situation here in the matrix, because that's what it's all about. And the best way to do that is to invite your guides into your life and ask them to work with you, because once you invite them in, you won't be dependent on exterior factors, as I talked about earlier in this video. You'll break the spell of depending on exterior factors to manifest. Everything you need is within you. Everything you need is within you, and don't have no fear. I mean, you deal in love. When you invite your guides into your life, deal in love. You don't have the need for any fear. Love is a drug that never goes away. I mean, it never goes away, and I just suggest you all to just deal in divine love and light. Have a abundant, prosperous, and successful day. And until we meet again, I'm going to say peace and love. If you want more information in regards to contacting your guides, and you want to get a guided meditation by myself, please visit my site and click on the link of rituals, 13signsastrology.com. Hotep.